Charles or something weaker majesty.
Good sir, I do invent counsel you leave this place. I'll bet you have deserved high commendation, true applause and love, yet such is the Duke's condition that she misconstrues all you have done.
I thank you, sir. And pray, tell me, which of those two was the daughter of the Duke that here is at the wrestling?
Neither her daughter, if we judge by manners, but yet the lesser is her daughter. The other is daughter to the banished Duke, here detained by her usurping aunt to keep her daughter company, whose loves are dearer than the natural bond of sisters. But I can tell you that of late, this Duke hath taken his pleasure against her gentle niece, grounded upon no other argument, but that the people praise her for her virtues and pity her for her good father's sake. And, on my life, her malice against the lady will suddenly break forth. Sir, fare you well hereafter in a much better world than this. I shall desire more love and knowledge of you.
I rest much bound into you.
Fare you well!
Now must I smoke to the smother. Tyrant brother. But heavenly Rosalind.
Why, cousin? Why, Rosalind? You've been harmless. Not a word. Not one to throw at a dog. No, my words are too precious to be cast away from hers. Throw some of them at me. Come. Wrestle with thy affections.
So they take the part of a better wrestler than myself.
A good wish upon you. Is it possible on such a sudden you should fall into so strong a liking with old Sir Roland's youngest son?
Duke, my mother loved his father dearly.
Doth it therefore ensue you should love his son dearly? By this kind of chase I should hate him.
No, Faith, hate him not for my sake. Look, here comes the Duke, with her eyes full of anger.
Mistress, dispatch you with your safest haste and get you from our court.
Me?
You, cousin, within these 10 days, if thou beest found so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest for it.
I do beseech your grace. Let me the knowledge of my faults bear with me. Never so much as in a thought or word did I offend your highness.
Let it suffice that I trust thee not.
Your mistrust cannot make me a traitor.
Thou art thy mother's daughter. There's enough.
So was I when your highness banished her. So was I when your highness took her dukedom. Treason is not inherited, my lady. Or if we did derive it from our friends, what is it to me? My mother was no traitor.
Dear sovereign, hear me speak. If she be a traitor, why so am I.
She is too subtle for thee. Her smoothness, her very silence, and her patience speak to the people, and they pity her. Thou art a fool. Thou wilt show more bright and see more virtues when she is gone. Then open not thy lips. Firm and irrevocable is my doom which I have passed upon her. She is banished.
Pronounce that sentence then on me, mother. I cannot live without her company.
You are a fool. You, cousin, if you outstay the time, upon mine honor and in the greatness of my word, you die.
My poor Rosalind, whither wilt thou go? Shall we be sundered? Shall we part, sweet girl? No, let my mother seek another heir, therefore devise with me how we may fly. Say what thou canst, I'll go along with thee.
Why, whither shall we go?
To seek my aunt in the forest of Arden.
Alas, what dangers will it be to us maids, as we are, to travel forth so far?
I'll put myself in poor and mean attire, and with a kind of umber smirch my face, the like you do, so we shall pass along and never stir a sail.
Were it not better, seeing that I am more than common tall, that I did not suit me, all points, like a man?
What shall I call you when thou art a man?
I'll have no worse a name than Jove's own page, and therefore look you call me Ganymede. But what shall you be called?
As something that hath a reference to my state. No longer Celia, but Aliena.
But cousin, what if we essayed to steal the clownish bull out of your mother's court? Would he not be a comfort to our travels?
He'll go along over the wide world with me.
servants in stone and good in everything. I have not changed it.
Happy is your grace. That can translate the stubbornness to fortune. You're so quiet and so sweet a style.
Come, shall we go kill us venison? Yet, it irks me the poor, dappled fools, the native burghers of this desert city should in their own confines with forked heads have their round haunches doors.
Indeed, my lady, the melancholy Jake Cleese grieves at that, and that kind swears to do more you serve. To doubt your sister hath banished you? Today, I myself did steal behind him as he lay along under the oak, whose antivirds keep out upon the brook that brawls along the wood.